Hello everyone, my name is Ruby Romero. Today I will be presenting on the policy for expanding oil and gas development in the Alaska National Petroleum Reserve, also known as the NPR-A. What is the NPR-A? It is a 23 million acre large piece of land owned by the federal government. In 1923, President Harding realized the petroleum potential of the land and declared it would be an emergency reserve for the U.S. Navy. In 1976, the land was transferred from the Navy to the Department of the Interior's Bureau Land Management to manage the land with the requirement that wildlife and their environment would be protected during petroleum exploration. In 1980, the Naval Petroleum Reserves Production Act was amended to allow leasing and further development, but still had the requirement for the Secretary of the Interior to protect wildlife and their habitats. From the 2000s to present day, there has been an ongoing debate on furthering development and restricting access due to environmental issues. So what does this policy actually mean? On the website for the Department of the Interior, you will find that they are moving forward with expanding oil and gas development in Alaska's National Reserve. This means that the Department of Interior will reopen 82% of the land for oil and gas leasing for further development. So that is the majority of the land that will be reopened for development. This new suggested policy rescinds Biden administration's efforts to manage and protect the Alaska National Petroleum Reserve. What are some positive impacts for this policy? There is economic growth. Along with that comes more jobs. The United States would rely less on foreign oil and strengthen the energy security for the United States. The credibility for this positive impact for economic growth is in the evidence of past contracts and projects with different revenue being brought in for those projects. The negative impact: environmental destruction to wildlife habitats, risk of oil spills like we have seen in the past, like the BP oil spill, increased pollution from fossil fuels that contribute to climate change. There is strongly supported scientific research that climate change, or that burning fossil fuels contributes to climate change. The policy would impact the life of the Inupiat indigenous people by disrupting their lifestyle and culture. After researching this policy, I believe that expanding oil and gas development in Alaska should be limited and controlled. While I do see the economical benefits for people and government, it is important not to ignore the major impact this will cost us environmentally in the long run. The protection for the wildlife and land should not be rescinded, rather it should continue to be conserved. And most importantly, the voice of the Inupiat people must be heard and respected.